I will adjust my camera just in case you want to see the flowers. Oh, that's a little bit higher. There, you can see the flowers and you can also see me. So I will now pick up my crochet. Hi, Nathan. How you doing? Hi, Munchkin. How are you doing? I started a... It's cold. That's all I can say, Esther. It's cold. Very cold. Well, hello there, northwest. No, northeast. I beg your pardon. Fun first. Ben, isn't it? Yes. How are you doing? You're not been blown off your big wheel or anything, or your waltzer? Hi, Christine. Yeah, it's a bit windy for the waltzers this time of year, isn't it? Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Yeah, I've not been out today because it's cold. It's not exactly raining, but it's windy and it's cold. Mm-hmm. So, oh, you quit. I remember you quitting once before, Ben. Yeah. I'm not going to say you'll be back because this time maybe you won't. Yeah. It's a lot safer working on the ground, especially in high winds. Yeah. Oh, somebody sent me a message. Don't know who. I wonder who. I wonder who. Oh, it's my friend. I sent her a link and she's just going thumbs up for the link. Yeah. Oh, ha. Yeah, I started a new project. I had 4 balls left. How have I been? Up, down, roundabout. It sounds a bit like your thumb fair, doesn't it? Up, down, roundabout. Yeah. Okay, by and large. Okay. Can't grumble. Well, I could, but I won't. It's not that kind of a channel, is it? I'm not saying I don't have a whinge and a moan every now and again, but I try not to. Try not to. Try to keep it upbeat. Well, I'm starting a circular yoke. I started watching a video by Oana, is she called? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Oana, I think. I call her Oana, yeah. Oh, it's too cold. My scooter makes so much noise that it drowns me out. And I don't have one of those big microphones like everybody else used to have. Well, I wouldn't be able to hold it, would I, and steer at the same time? Anyway, what is it with this blooming? I don't know. Is it a trend or what? Where they have a microphone as big as me, and it's got a stand on it like this as well, and they stand there holding it like this, and I'm like, why? Put it down. It's got a stand. Put it down. And when they do put it down, it doesn't make any difference to the sound. It's not like we can hear them anymore when they've got it up there like that. Movie star light. Is that what it's called? Oh, it's me with the movie star light. Oh, of course, yes. Listen, if it was movie starlight, I'd have a more flattering one, Chris. You know. Yeah, it reminds me of the old-fashioned black and white movies where it's like, an old crooner singing, and they have a microphone as big as that, and they're like crooning into it. But that was when sound was bad. That was when they had to have something like almost stuck up the nose, wasn't it? Because they didn't have the technology that they do now. So now a little teeny microphone fastened, would be great. Oh, you like me flowers, do you? I'm glad you do, Ben, yeah. Hi, Denise. Oh, I love the dragon hood. I wouldn't wear it myself personally, but I am hoping that my daughter-in-law wears it after all the effort I put into it. But yeah, well, I'm using the leftover. I have some leftover, so I'm trying to do. Well, I thought I'd copied this um, cardigan from Oana when I made. Oops, let me show you this circular cardigan. But after I got it out of the cupboard, I realised I'd used a different pattern, which was in a magazine, which I no longer have. So I am now sort of trying to adapt to work. By the way, this is purple, not navy blue. Trying to sort of, you know me, jiggery pokery, yeah. So, hi John. I thought that the Oana pattern would be the same, but she kind of doesn't give you an awful lot of help with it, which is strange for her. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. Normally, I find Oana's patterns or videos are quite easy to follow. But this one, she's kind of very vague with it, with her increases. And so that's why I knew the minute she started getting vague with her increases, I thought, this isn't the pattern I followed. And then I looked out the old one and I realised it was from a magazine, one of those Simply Crochet or something that I no longer have. Silly me, got rid of it. Not thinking, of course, I would want to do another one. The reason I'm doing it top down is because I've only got, sorry about that, is I've only got 4 balls. So I thought if I do it top down, I've got sort of a place to stop, if you're with me, you know. That it might be shorter than usual, it might have a 3/4 sleeve, but at least I won't be doing it all and then running out of wool, yeah, yarn, whatever you want to call it. Because that's the problem when you're jiggery pokering around with a lesser amount of yarn than what you would really need to make a cardigan. When I'm actually using a tulip hook, which I didn't want to use, and it's one that I got given by Doris Chan. Etimo. Is it Etimo? Etimo. Can you say Etimo Rose? She sent it to me for my 70th birthday, which was 8 years ago. Don't tell anybody. And I've not used it because, as you know, I don't like the blob ends. But believe it or not, I don't have a 6mm crochet hook in an inline crochet hook. I've ordered 2, but they're not coming till February. So, of course, I can't wait that long, so I'm struggling. I must admit, this isn't too bad, although it's too short, really. It's very short. But it has got a nice thumb plate thing there. So it's not as horrible as some of them would be. I did take another one out, which was, oh gosh, what was it? I couldn't use it. It was all plastic, yeah. Couldn't use that one. Hiya, Jill. How are you doing? Are you feeling any better, love? She's been poorly. Been proper poorly, has our Jill. So I hope she's feeling better to come and join us today. We don't want any of our brood being poorly, do we? There's so many bugs and germs and things floating about, isn't there? Oh, the dreaded corner to corner. One of our ladies is working on one of those. I'm not enjoying it. I must admit I didn't either. Oh, I can't remember who it was. Was it Jane that was working on it yet last week? And not enjoying it at all, yeah. Yeah, I think Jill's been kissing all the boys, yeah. I hope Mr. Floozy wasn't watching when you were going around kissing all the boys. With me, chance to be a fine thing. It's more likely to be a cat or a dog with me. An animal of some description. Although that does describe 1 or 2 of my ex-boyfriends. Yeah, yeah, she's been kissing all the boys goodbye. I think it's watching all the boys go by, isn't it? But I'll change it. Standing on the corner, Oh, I got sidetracked last night on YouTube because there was nothing on the terrestrial, whatever they call it, telly. I got sidetracked on YouTube. Some of these textile designers and textile people, oh my goodness me. Some crochet jackets there. They made me look like I was a beginner. Fantastic work. I don't know how they have got the brains to think of these things. I should sing. I'm trying to increase my subscribers, Chris, not frighten them all away. Yeah, I would love to get to 8K. Yeah. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, I saw that post about your 4-day migraine. Have you had your pills? Is it on the wane, or are your pills not working? When I used to suffer with migraine, which thankfully I don't, if I took my pills right at the cusp, they worked. But if the migraine actually started, they didn't. Yeah. That was the trouble. Then you know you're in trouble if you haven't took them early enough. But thankfully, touch wood, I very rarely get one now. Oh, I was getting about 3 a week. It was nightmare. Yeah. I think a lot of it was stress and something like that. Oh, I'd love a chiropractor. There's none round here, would you believe? I don't have a car, and the nearest one is away. So it would cost me a fortune to actually get to a chiropractor. I asked at the pharmacy, they said they didn't know of anybody. I asked at the doctors, and they didn't know of anybody. And they said, oh, well, Fleetwood's a bit of a deprived area, you see. Nobody's got the money for chiropractors and osteopaths. Excuse me. We're not all poverty struck. There is a great deal of people in Fleetwood that are, but there are some people who do have some money. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't last long, I must admit, when I go to a chiropractor, but it does help with, I get back of the neck headaches, if you understand what I'm talking about. It's the pressure, isn't it, on the discs at the back of your neck that brings on a headache. Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. I have to sleep with one of those donut things. Yeah. I have to, I can't sleep. Otherwise, I get in a very awkward position. I sort of argue with my pillows in the night somehow or another. And you finish up like in a awkward position, don't you? And then you wake up in the morning and you're kind of walking around like that until you sleep upside down, all right, with your feet on the pillow, do you, John? I thought that was the old days where you used to sleep, I don't know how many to a bed, and you used to have to, my mum used to say, they used to top and tail because there was too many of them. Yeah. You have to go to Egypt to see a chiropractor. Oh. I would have to go to the other side of Blackpool, which I can't do without a car. So, yeah, I would love to see one. I used to see one, well, not regularly because, they cost money, don't they? But I used to go and see one every now and again when I lived in Prestwich. When the pain got to me and I decided to either splash out or save up a bit, and go and see one. But it did used to. Oh, I get it now. Cairo, yeah. I'm not very with it today, Munchkin. Yeah. So I used to save up and go every now and again, But it does help, Use the gun. Ooh. Now, I used to have one that used to, massage your neck and get you feeling all lovely and everything. And then all of a sudden, it used to your neck. And for a split second, you thought you were at the guillotine, didn't you? Oh dear. But it did used to work, yeah. It did. I've got one of those TENS machines, but the pads went unsticky, so they didn't stick. And I did buy some new pads, but I've not put them together. I've not coordinated my TENS machine with a new battery, with the new sticky pads, yeah. A hot water bottle. I've got one of these things. These, that you put in the microwave. But they're a bit heavy round my neck. Oh, that's nice. Oh, actually, that is rather nice. A trigger gun. Oh, I've not had that. No. With my luck, I get somebody with a real gun. No, I did have. Oh, hi, Diane. I did have ultrasound at one time on my hip because I had a bursa in my hip. But you don't feel that, actually. It does actually pulse, but you don't feel the pulsing. But that was a long time ago. Everything changes. They have different equipment now, don't they? Than they used to have back in the day. I used to go to a fantastic one when I was in Prestwich. He was actually like the physio osteopath for the rugby team. So he was, he had very healing hands, I would say. He knew exactly where to, push the bits in. But he stopped doing it. He decided that he had enough and he retired. So I think I've said hello to everybody. If I've missed anybody, sorry. It was unintentional. Oh, you can't see it for the light, can you? Can't see it for the light. It's me Frida Kahlo cup. I can't remember whether I bought it or somebody bought it for me. It's China. That probably means it'll get chipped and broken, but never mind. Things always taste better in China, don't they? I don't mean in China. I mean out of a China cup. They tell me tea does, but I don't drink tea. You remember my friend Sue, she used to love her tea out of a China cup, yeah. 12 degrees this morning. It's 4 degrees C here. So